Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, RMBi just filed an 8K announcing the completion of a merger, and I'm seeing some key leadership shifts that paint a picture of the future. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The big takeaway here is a significant expansion of the board and new leadership roles, signaling a new era for the merged company. Alright, let's dive into what Richmond Mutual Bancorporation Incorporated, or RMBi as it is known by its ticker symbol, has reported. This filing is about a major event, a merger completed on the 1st of July 2026, Richmond Mutual Bancorporation Incorporated, which is the parent company of First Bank Midwest, has officially merged with the Farmers Bancorp. This means their bank, the Farmers Bank, is now part of the Richmond Mutual family. This merger was actually agreed upon back in November of 2025, so it has been a long time coming. The deal essentially involved Richmond Mutual Bancorporation, incorporated as the surviving company, with the Farmers Bank merging into First Bank Midwest. And to make things clear, First Bank Midwest was then renamed. It is now continuing as the surviving bank entity. Now, how did this deal impact shareholders? Well, for every share of Farmers' common stock held before the merger, the owners received 3.40 shares of Richmond Mutual Bancorporation. Incorporated's common stock on paper, this looks like a pretty standard exchange ratio. Richmond Mutual Bancorporation Incorporated issued a total of 6.25 million shares of its common stock as part of this deal, before accounting for any cash paid out for fractional shares. This information comes directly from the filing detailing the completion of this acquisition. Now, one of the most interesting parts of this filing, and often where the real story lies, is in the changes to the company's leadership and board of directors. This section, item 5.02, really lays it out. The merger wasn't just about combining operations, it was also about merging leadership. This is a big jump. The boards of both Richmond Mutual Bancorporation Incorporated and its bank subsidiary, First Bank Midwest, have grown from 6 directors to a total of 11. This expansion means they've brought in 5 new directors. 6 of these directors were already serving on the Richmond Bancorporation Incorporated and First Bank Richmond boards before the merger. The other 5 are former directors from the Farmers Bancorp and its bank. This suggests a significant integration of the two companies' leadership structures. These 5 new directors appointed to the boards are Christopher D. Cook, James D. Moore, Barbara Cutillo, Thomas D. Crawford, and Daniel J. Larman. They were all formerly directors at Farmers Bancorp. The filing notes that information about these new directors, including their business experience, is further detailed in their joint proxy statement prospectus. What is important here is that the board committees for these new members haven't been finalized yet, which is pretty typical after a merger. Compensation for these new directors will align with existing non-employee directors. This means they'll be receiving the same pay structure as the current directors who aren't full-time employees of the company. The filing points to past annual reports for the specifics of this director compensation, which is a common way for companies to keep these filings concise. Beyond new director appointments, there are also key shifts in officer roles. Barbara Cutillo, who used to chair the Farmers Board, is now the vice chair of both the Richmond Mutual Bancorporation Incorporated and First Bank Midwest boards. Gary D. Clear will continue as the chairman for both of these entities. This is a strategic move. Gary D. Clear, while continuing as chairman and CEO of Richmond Mutual Bancorporation.